Hi, this is Brother Teacher. I want to talk to you just briefly about love, agape, godly love, just love in general. I just want to say to you that everything that's perfect, everything that's good and perfect, according to the scriptures, the Bible, and I do believe this, come from above, heaven, the Creator, universe, if you will, for some. But the word today is love. What are the implications of love? What exactly is it? Love is a very strong, very powerful emotion. And you know, it's not just simply a word, it implies something. It implies indifference. It implies honesty, loyalty, and it signifies something that should be mutual between one or more people, parties, groups even. But love should never hurt, albeit it could hurt, but only those that don't accept it for what it really is. Because to tell a person, for example, the truth about themselves, and I'm not talking about being malicious, but I'm just saying to tell someone the truth about themselves, not because you want to get back at them, a tit for tat type of thing, but to tell them the truth about themselves in order to help them to be a better individual. Like a child, for example. If your child is doing something unruly, not performing at their peak ability in school, not doing their chores, having temper tantrums because they can't have the toy that they want at the time, and you have to administer love by telling them no, telling them, or even your family members, even someone who's an adult, you need to get it together. You really need to stop drinking all of that alcohol that you're drinking, because it's damaging to your body, and it's not going to allow you to end up in a good place down the road, no pun intended. Telling a person that, hey, you need to lay off of some of those sweets that you've been eating so you're not going to be predisposed to being diabetic. That's love. When you do it earnestly and out of a clear conscience and a good heart, people can turn on you for telling them the truth out of love. That's when love can hurt. But is it really hurt? Or is it just the opposite side, the opposition, your family members, your friends, or whomever, just not wanting to see things as they really are and should be? But it's love. It's true love. If they are really people that care about you, the purveyor, if you will, of the love, then it shouldn't bother them. They should just take a deep breath and say, they're saying this out of love, so maybe I do need to eat a little less. Maybe I do need to not drive everywhere and sit around the house so much and watch reality TV shows and sports so much and just pig out, and should take better care of myself, because they're saying this to me out of love. In that relationship, that husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, when you chastise them because they're overspending and dipping into the bill money, the rent money, the utility money, the gasoline for the car money, and they want to go and play the lottery on a regular basis or go to the casino and such. And you tell them, hey, you're jeopardizing our stability here with your habits. That's love. Yes, it is. That's when love can hurt. But one hurt love never exhibits itself as is to tell your friend, that's a true friend indeed, or your loved one, your relative, that you hate them. That's not love. Love carries with it consequences. Love is an action word. And when you tell someone that I love you, it's more than just words. It's exemplified in what you do and how you treat them. That's love. You don't just tell a person, I love you, and then later on you say, I hate you and can't stand you. That's not love at all. Love is something that you have all of the time. You possess that as a quality, as a trait, as a virtue. And when you become angry, or if you come to the point where you are angry or become angry, you know how to mediate it out and how to balance it out without stepping over the line and going too far. You know your boundaries and how to step back or acquiesce and say, maybe I shouldn't say this now. Maybe I shouldn't say it the way I'm feeling right now. That's love. But to lash out at someone, to demean that person, to degrade that person, and to call your friend, your family member out of their name just because you can't handle a situation, that's not love. True statement. That's not love at all. Sometimes you have to pause and consider, take a deep breath, and think it out before you open your mouth, because the Bible says that the tongue is the most unruly member of your body, of all of its members. And you know what? The tongue can make alive, and the tongue can also kill and destroy. So when you tell someone you love them, make sure that you understand what love really is. So when I tell my children, for example, I love you, it is more than just words. They see it in my actions from day to day. Dad never hurts me. Dad never talks about me. Dad never demeans me, degrades me. When I fall down, he helps me back up. He shows me what my error in life is, and he tries to guide me the proper way. That's love. He doesn't joke about how I look, because I'm very influential in how I perceive things coming from especially him or my mom. You don't tell your children, hey, you're fat. Hey, you're ugly with your ugly self. Hey, you stink. That's not love. There's a proper way to approach every subject matter when it comes to your loved ones or your friends or anyone for that matter, if you're really displaying love. So when my child, my grandchild is in school and all of their grades don't necessarily measure up to my standards or what I know their potential is, I'll point it out. Let me see if I can assist you. I'm not going to say, hey boy, you shouldn't be getting a C or a D on this. You a dummy. That's not love. because that child's going to back away from you. They don't forget. Your family doesn't forget. When you open your mouth, everything that you say is a spiritual thing. And so words are spirits because they have purpose, because they have meaning. And you need to be very careful how and what you say to anyone, because you can't take it back. And when you can control your mouth, that member of your body, then you are exhibiting self-control, constraint, restraint, and even love. So, if my wife, she's passed away now, but if my wife was living, I'd look at her and say, I love you. And I would embrace her as I would my children or a close friend or a family member. And if I tell you I love you, I mean it, because I know what love really is. And I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. It is unfortunate that there are so many people who throw that word around. Love you. Love you. I never see people too often say, I love you. That statement in and of itself is very powerful. Not to love you. That's so abrasive, so sudden and abrupt. It's okay if that's the way you roll, but I take it personal. If I look at you and you're someone that I really truly do care about, I shake your hand if you're a friend, or even hug you or embrace you if you're a friend or a family member, and say, and look you dead in your eyes, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. See you next week or whenever. But one thing is for sure. My love is for real.